joining us now, the owner of Runhappy, Mr. James McIngvale. Mr. McIngvale, thanks for taking time for us.
Oh, thanks for having me on. It's an honor and privilege to be on TVG, my favorite television station.
Oh, you've already got us right there. I cannot believe that we are 3 years removed from Runhappy's Breeders' Cup Sprint win. You still must be warmed by the memories of that incredible day.
Yeah, it seems like it was yesterday, and we were there in Lexington where he won the sprint when he looked like he was totally beaten at the top of the stretch. So it was a great memory, and whenever I get depressed or have a business problem, I just watch that film of Runhappy, and it gets me in a good mood, and I go back to work.
Well, he was Eclipse champion sprinter, finalist for Horse of the Year. How important was it for him to run medication-free, Mr. McIngvale?
Yeah, that's kind of who we are. Is we've always, in the last 10 or 15 years, in medication-free horses. I had a horse the other day. They said this horse either has to have 6 months off or injection in his knee. I said, well, we're going to give him 6 months off. We want to run drug-free and do what's best for the animal all the time, and that's what we did for Runhappy. It certainly paid dividends for us, and we think these are magnificent animals. We need to honor the horse, and Runhappy has certainly paid us back in spades for doing right by him.
And while he has left the racetrack, his legacy is just getting started as a sire. And so we're all excited about the November sale coming up at Keeneland. 19 weanlings being offered there. What are you hearing about what he is passing down to his progeny? What characteristics seem to be rising to the top with the horses he's producing?
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things from a lot of breeders about conformation, of course. They're good size, they're smart, and they seem to be athletic in the field. Obviously, we're looking very much forward to the Keeneland sale starting on Monday, where his first weanlings will sell, and I'm going to try to sell a lot of furniture and win some money on the races at the Breeders' Cup today, so I can have some money to buy some weanlings.
I mean, we got a huge consignment here in offer at Keeneland, but how well has he been received? Looking forward, I mean, you know, you got these weanlings on the ground. It usually takes 2 or 3 years for a sire to establish themselves till these offspring get to the track, but he's still being well received, correct?
He's been very well received, and part of that is because of the momentum from advertising on TVG, because people know about Runhappy, they talk about him, they go visit him at Claiborne, and then they're very impressed because he is a very strikingly well-conformed animal and has a wonderful mind. He's what I call high seek and low fear. He has no fear and very much of a high seek horse to go run him down. So I think he's everything you can want in a stallion, and drug-free, so he appeals to not only people in the United States, but Europe, Asia, and all over the world.
And standing at Claiborne doesn't hurt either, does it?
No, Claiborne's a great place, and to me it's like horse heaven, and Claiborne is my happy place in Kentucky, so it's a wonderful thing for him to stand in Claiborne, and I think that the proof will meet the pudding on Monday at Keeneland when his weanlings start selling, and I think they'll sell very well. A lot of the consignors are very excited about them, and it should be a fun next 7 or 8 days at Keeneland.
Mr. McIngvale, I was mentioning the program that we're going to have that takes everyone behind the scenes of Runhappy through his Breeders' Cup Sprint win, as well as his career now as a stallion. But in talking to our crew, who you gave full access to, their fun was going down and visiting your home down in Houston. First of all, thank you for opening up truly everything so that we could bring everyone this documentary on Runhappy. What is kind of the one message you wanted to get about Runhappy that will show up in this documentary?
I think the message is this is a magical animal, at least to my family. He saved my daughter's life, and he's very special to all of us, and I think he's going to pass on tremendous progeny, and I told Laura Wooler, who's my sister-in-law and our horse trainer today, that we're going to buy a lot of Runhappy because I think they're going to win a lot of stakes races, and she'll eventually be training a barn full of 20 Runhappies, I hope.
Well, did you breed any yourself, by the way?
Yeah, we have bred several to him, and they look really good. You know, it's horse racing is a tough game, but we think we got the right partner in Runhappy.
Okay, before we let you go, I did notice you said I'm going to be playing some races today. You need to finance the operation a little bit there. Give us some selections on today's card. Who are you looking forward to betting at the windows?
I'm looking for Todd and Simon to give me some selections. Y'all are the experts, not me. The horse, we did the Runhappy Traverse Stakes at Saratoga, and Catholic Boy won that race, and dumb me doesn't bet on Catholic Boy at 10 to 1 or whatever he was, because I'm a Catholic boy, so I'm betting on Catholic Boy, but I'm open to any and all recommendations.
Well, we are betting on Runhappy to be a very successful stallion. We thank you for making our coverage possible today for the Breeders' Cup, as well as many other segments, and we know you'll be tuning in on November 10th to see the final product of the documentary about Runhappy. Mr. McIngvale, thank you not only for what you've done here at TVG with Runhappy sponsorship, but what you do all around the industry every day. Thank you.
Well, let me say thank you to TVG for all y'all do for the industry and promoting horse racing. Horse racing, I think, is in a resurgent stage. It's a great time to be in the business, witnessed by the strength of the Keeneland September sale and now the November sale. So thanks to TVG for flying the flag for horse racing and promoting it so very well.
Right back at you. James McIngvale joining us from Houston, Texas, and talking about Runhappy. Don't forget, November 10th, 11 a.m. Have you seen any more of this? Because I've had a chance to see a few other snippets.
I have, and I'm going to look tonight, and I've got a few more.
Yeah.
I have a private link that no one's got yet.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Some of the best work we've done. And if you thought you knew the story of Runhappy, you'll be surprised at what you're going to learn in this documentary.